Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sports Today. Well, we're joining you remotely, you can say, from the comfort of our homes, but the world of sport never sleeps. And Harshit, we just witnessed, we were this close to seeing Neeraj get yet another complete a hat trick of, let's say, top finishes in the Diamond League. Unfortunately, fell 15 centimeters short, 15 centimeters, barest of margins.
That's how it is. That's how it goes. This sport. Shane. Matter of inches, always matter of centimeters. Rather, let's not
Mm,
forget to. It wasn't too long back. It was Neeraj Chopra with 88.17 the other night,
yeah.
and Nadeem, I remember, had put in a throw of 87.88. So again, the margins are fine. The
Yeah.
margins are extremely fine when it comes to the sport, and on the day as well, it was again the one difference that Shane I could see as far as Neil is concerned, slow start.
Yeah,
Otherwise, what
very
we see
slow
from him,
start.
otherwise what we are so used to seeing from him is one and done. That's what it's
Exactly.
called these days, one and done, and he goes for that big throw to begin with. Not quite the case today.
Hmm. He had what, if I'm not wrong, in his first five throws, he had he had one 80-meter throw. Then there were
Yeah,
fouls from galore. Then in his fourth attempt, he finally managed to get into the top three. Final throw, also a foul throw. And you remember how
yeah,
the rules are is that it's only the top three throwers who get that extra sixth throw. So
extras.
Neeraj
Yeah.
actually was on tenterhooks towards the end because his final throw was a foul. So if someone had to dislodge him, and he was in third at that point in time, so he was very much on the periphery. If he had to actually, miss out, or if someone had to get a better throw, fortunately for him, really no one else got that. There was the likes of Anderson Peters who just about managed to cross the 80-meter mark, but
Yeah.
early it seemed pretty evident that the competition was going to be it was going to be between Jakob Vartlech and of course Weber. It was between going to be between these three men, and once Weber nailed that final throw, and it was only like 80 or 85 meters. In fact, he was just
85
on.
meters. Yeah, yeah.
It was on the edge, but once Neeraj threw, and remember, 15 centimeters, not by much, not the biggest of margins. It is, in fact, by the barest of margins that he's ended up losing out on the top spot. But not that it really matters. Remember, Diamond League, he had already qualified for the final that will be in Eugene, if I'm not wrong, and he's
Yes,
already
yes.
through to the final. He's through to the final. This event was more a case of, I think, him staying in rhythm. And in fact, interesting fact, this is the first time this year that he's actually competed in back-to-back events. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, every time he's competed in an event, he's taken like a month-long break.
He did. In fact, he missed out. For those of you who don't know this, coming into tonight's event, Neeraj had about 16 points against his name
Hmm.
in the Diamond League, and again, he was doing enough. Let's say in terms of qualifying for the final, which, as Shane pointed out, will be played out in Eugene. If I'm not wrong, on the 16th and the 17th, something like that. I think some 16th or the 17th. Those are the dates. But having said that, the 16 points are courtesy the two wins, the two big wins that he had in Lausanne and in Doha. So
Yes.
these two wins, courtesy which he got the 16 points. He missed out on the Monaco Diamond League, if I'm not wrong, Shane, uh,
Yes.
because he was recovering from injury. After which we saw him participate then at the World Championships, which is not again too long back, where he won the gold medal. And today, a slow start from him, but just to update you guys, if you're joining us at the moment, let's just quickly tell you round by round how it panned out for Neeraj Chopra and why we say
Hmm.
it was a slow start for him, because his first throw was at 80.79 meters. Again, not the kind of throw that you are used to seeing from him first up. As far as the second throw goes, second throw was a foul throw from Neeraj. Third was also a foul. Fourth then was 85.22 meters for Neeraj Chopra. Fifth was again a foul, and the sixth throw, which as we earlier pointed out, because he was in the top three, only those guys get to go for the sixth opportunity as well. In the sixth chance that he got, 85.71 meters. So the two highs for Neeraj Chopra on the night, 85.71 meters coming in his last throw. Prior to that, it was his fourth throw, his fourth round throw with 85.22 meters that had taken him to second position. Otherwise, he was trailing.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, today that was the thing. It was very, very bare margins. It was very slim margins because, quite frankly, he was only an 80 odd meter. In fact, he was nowhere near the top three before his fourth throw. If not for that fourth throw, then he would have not actually been in the top three. He wouldn't have even been getting that sixth, throw. So once he got there, of course, there was a hope that maybe, just maybe, but as we said, this is just one of those occasions where, let's say, he, didn't have that one and done sort of a thing. You'd remember this time around, even in the World Athletics Championships final, his qualification throw, first throw to make it to the final, not only secured.
87.88.
Exactly. It was a season's best that not only secured his spot in the final, but also ensured his qualification for Paris. It was that easy for him. Then, even in the World Athletics final, in the final event, he was pretty relaxed. I mean, once he hit that throw, it was a case of everyone else playing catch up. Today, a rare off day, you can say, but I think he himself was kind of treating this more as a case of, kind of keeping himself in, let's say, rhythm. Because again, this year, every time played an event, he's taken part in one event, he's then taken a break. So he's been managing his own, workload, to use a term that Indian fans would be very familiar with. But here, in case, he has the option because, quite frankly, he did in fact already seal that qualification for the Diamond League final, which, by the way, I just checked, has in fact, as you were saying, it's 16th and 17th of September. Those are the dates to keep an eye on. And of course, by the way, if we're talking about that, then Murli Srishankar, who's also in action tonight, ends up also qualifying for the final, same as Neeraj. Of course, his was a lot more fine in terms of the margins because, again, he was kind of on the periphery. He was third towards the last round, then ended up, slipping down to fifth, but getting enough points to actually ensure that, he makes it to the final. And it was very touch and go for him. But the good news is Murli Srishankar will in fact be, taking part in the Diamond League final as well. So good bit of Indian representation on that side, I would say.
In fact, speaking of the barest of margin, Shane, the victory margin on the night for Jakub Vadelech, just 0.15 meters, 150 centimeters, that is.
Yeah, it was very bare, very very bare. It was not one of those margins that it was not comfortable. In fact, at one point when Neeraj landed that final throw, even the commentators were going, "Oh, has he done enough? He maybe might have, might not have." There was definite confusion. No one knew if let's say it was actually going to be one of those that it could have gotten the final, but unfortunately, just that there as that very small margin. Otherwise, he would have actually had a hat trick of first place finishes in the Diamond League this year. Would have been something. But again, second place, good enough. He's through to the Diamond League final any which way.
It's funny how, Shane, that we talk of it with a tinge of remorse. Let's say that 150 meters, because such are the high standards of this man that if he's not finishing right up top, it seems as a bit of a slight disappointment. Let's say such are the high standards of the man, because even making it to the finals of the Diamond League and making a habit out of it is not something that we as Indian athletics fans really imagine out of any athlete.
Exactly. I mean, it's something that the wonderful thing, really, that you can say about uh, the kind of expectation that Neeraj Chopra has given us as fans is that, quite frankly, we have that expectation that every single time he's going to be there, he's going to be there or thereabout in the top. You're expecting him to finish first more often than not, and that in itself, really, it's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling to have an athlete who's that good. Again, someone who's in essence completed, the sport of javelin at the age of 25, still going strong in the prime of his career, targeting another, targeting that Diamond League
Olympic
final,
gold.
Olympic gold, there's Asian Games coming as well. This fan can just, it's really nice as an Indian fan to have that one athlete. Like, imagine having like a Usain Bolt or a Michael Phelps in your, countries, representing your country at these events. Neeraj is of similar caliber. Yes, granted, he's not had that much success in terms of, like, if you compare it to, say, a Bolt who had multiple, Olympic medals, Olympic golds. Someone like Phelps, whose Olympic
Phelps
gold
also, yeah.
was next level legendary. No two ways about it. That way, He's maybe not there yet, but again, the caliber is there. This is a guy who's competing at the top level, and every single time he's got Indian fans up at any time of the night saying no, because this guy can get a gold medal. That's how good he is.
Exactly. Nothing more to add in the words of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Nothing really more to add. We started this conversation by talking about the highs of Neeraj Chopra, and it's only fair that we sort of ended with effusive praise for the man, because that's what he deserves. Another final for him. He does qualify. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us right now, he does qualify for yet another final. He'll be defending for his title. He, remember, won it last year in Zurich. He was back in Zurich today, but not for the final. The final of this year's Diamond League taking place in Eugene, and Neeraj Chopra will be playing there in just about a fortnight from now.
Yeah.
And we at Sports Today will be getting you the latest on that as well. Thank you so much for joining us. At this particular hour,
Yeah.
pretty late, but the
Appreciate it.
action never stops, and neither does the coverage here at Sports Day. So thank you so much, and get some good sleep. We'll catch you guys
You
tomorrow,
do.
as we always do.
Bye bye. Don't leave the stream. Don't leave the stream. Don't leave the stream.